How is it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome back to my hardcore playthrough of RLCraft. And in the last episode, we continued our villager breeding program to try and get some ultra rare enchants that I've been looking for a long time. Let's just sleep through the night here real quick. And I'm happy to say we actually got the main one that I was after, which was Supreme Sharpness. Is it daytime right now? It's so overcast, it's hard to tell. Late winter, yeah. What time of day is it right now? 6, okay, yeah, it's daylight, alright. It's a little bit hard to tell from the lack of sunshine out here. But anyway, basically the Villager Breeder program has produced some really good villagers for us to trade for high-level enchantments with. So what I've done in between episodes is just like pretty up the trading hall through here. So I'll show you guys what I've done. Basically tried to make it look a little bit more like a store or a shopping area or something like that. I think it's alright, and I also labeled all these guys so I know exactly which enchanting books they sell. As you can see, there are a few new additions to the trading hall here. I actually managed to find, I think it was this guy here, Strength and Vitality 5, which is a super valuable, important enchantment for armor. And I actually found this guy in a village while I was looking around trying to get some more XP and stuff. And cutted him over here with a rock and put him down in here. And interestingly, the next librarian villager that I actually bred in the villager breeder also had Strength and Vitality 5, which is just super crazy. So now I've got two of them selling Strength and Vitality 5. This one's a lot more expensive though to trade with. I also got rid of the Ancient Sword Mastery librarian because I realized just after I finished recording that episode that they've actually disabled that enchantment in the Modpack version right now because it was a bit on the OP side. So that's unfortunate, but we got a lot of other options here when we come to make a sword, which we are going to make in this episode. We're going to make a super OP sword. I wonder if there's any other new guys here that I haven't told you guys about. I think most of them... Advanced Mortalitas 6? Do we have that guy in the last episode? I can't even remember, but... Yeah, these two here, and Difficulties Endowment 5. He's a really good one as well, so... Yeah, but Supreme Sharpness is my... He's like the MVP right there. Yeah, but anyway, in this episode, like I said, we are going to be making ourselves finally a pretty epic Dragonbone weapon and enchanting it with some of these super OP enchantments. So, first off, I guess it's like getting organized and getting all the enchantments together that I want to put on this thing. And first up, I want to get the max level of Mortalitas, which is 8. It's crazy that an enchantment has 8 levels. But anyway, so basically, because this guy is Mortalitas 6, I'm going to need, 4 of these? So 4 stacks of emeralds, unfortunately, is pretty much the most expensive price you could actually have for an enchantment book. But I've got 4 stacks right here. Let's just buy those real quick. But I've got a feeling I might run out of trading materials. Let's actually grab all of these right here. Grab some paper as well. Okay, so we'll start with this guy right here. Now, by the way, when it comes to enchanting, maybe I'll talk about the reasons I'm going with certain enchantments later, but for now, I guess one thing to keep in mind is things like Mortalitas and Difficulties in Endowment are not compatible with each other. So you have to make a choice as to whether you want this one or this one on your sword or your weapon. But anyway, I'll get into that a little bit later and explain why I choose what I do. But we're going to buy ourselves a few of these. Now you can get more Mortalitas by fishing and using bookworms, but it's at a lower level. Most of the Mortalitas that I've found have been like level 2, and you can imagine how many dozens of books you would need to get to Mortalitas 8 if you were combining them that way. So I'm really glad I found this guy selling at a higher level for me. So that should be enough. If I can get that out of there. So that should be enough right there. We can combine those into a 7 and those into a 7 and then into an 8. Now, what else will I need? Let's have a look here. I've got pretty much all of the enchants here. Swifter Slashes, we're going to want to use that. And I think the top level of that is 5. So I've got 3 and 3 is 4. Yeah, we got enough to combine those. I've got advanced looting as well. That's just through fishing and using bookworms. And these are all the ones that I've already got. So I think, let's have a look here. Arc Slash was one of them that I needed to actually buy. Arc Slash 3, I think, is the highest level. And I do have a guy here with Arc Slash somewhere. I think, yeah, this one right here has the highest level of Arc Slash. So, where are you at? Arc Slash. So that's 22. We can get that straight away. That's pretty awesome. Put that there. Alright. I think one of the other ones that I needed is actually rune piercing capabilities, and we need level 4 to get the max level of that. Piercing capabilities, this guy has level 3, so I just need 2 of these basically. Let's have a look here. So this is going to be 30. I can actually get 2 of those. Sweet. So we can combine those into a 4. That's looking pretty good. Mortalitas. Sorted. Piercing capabilities. One important enchant that I haven't got here is Supreme Sharpness, which I will need to purchase, of course, off our Supreme Sharpness villager here. And let's see, how much is he charging for this one? 40. So yeah, this is where I'm running out of emeralds right now. So I don't even think I would be able to trade enough paper for the amount of emeralds that I would need for that. So we are going to have to go on a bit of an excursion to get ourselves some emeralds just for trading for Supreme Sharpness. I think I've probably got all of the other enchantments that I need. Actually, Subject PE5, have I got that? I might need to trade for that as well. Let's have a look here. Subject PE5. Let's just see how much that's going to set me back in emeralds. That's 64. Okay, so I need about 2 stacks of emeralds approximately. And then I think that's all of them. I think I've got all the other ones that I need. Pretty sure I've got an upgraded potentials. Let me just check that. Yeah, I've got an upgraded potentials. Cool. All right. So yeah, we are going to take a little bit of a trip and see if we can find some emeralds. Now, If you're playing RLCraft as well and you come to the situation where you need a bunch of emeralds, I'm going to show you guys what I think is the quickest way to get them. But there's a few different things you could do. Let's actually get ourselves a... People keep asking me to use these, so I thought I would maybe take a few because, yeah, they probably could be helpful, I guess. Recall potions. I'll take a couple of these. Alright. Now, it's worth mentioning, too, that... is it nighttime right now? I think it is, right? Let's just sleep through the night real quick. It's worth mentioning that there is a new update to this mod pack, which is only a fairly minor update, but it does introduce some new concepts, which are kind of interesting. And yeah, it completely revamps all the food and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure when I update, which will probably be for next episode, all of this type of food is going to get deleted from my inventory, unfortunately, because I've been stocking up on this. All this stuff here, you use this to make the battle burritos, which is a super powerful food, but unfortunately, all of that food's going to get deleted when I update the pack, but it can't be helped, really. Anyway, it's just part of the update. The update is actually going to be pretty awesome, but I'll talk about that in the next episode. Okay, so we're probably going to... find ourselves an underground dragon lair. Now, I've marked these on the map when I've come across them just from exploring, but I haven't actually gone into any because I was saving that for when I got a more powerful weapon, so I can take out the level 4s and level 5 dragons that are inside them as safely and quickly as possible. But one thing these are good for is basically they're a big circular... Well, you guys would have seen one earlier when I accidentally came across one inside a Lycanites dungeon. It's like a big circular black dragon nest, which is underground, but it's actually encrusted with emeralds. So these are a really good source of emeralds, and that's how I'm going to get a couple of stacks of emeralds just for trading. Another way you can do it is you can actually find... This isn't marking one, but it kind of looks like one. So I'm just going to point to this while I'm explaining this. But the battle towers, the normal battle towers, you can actually sometimes find blocks of emeralds or bunches of emeralds in the chests in these. But you might go like 3 or 4 and not find any emeralds. So this is one way also to get emeralds, but probably not the best and quickest way. Just so you guys know. Apart from that, you could fly around looking for the little clusters of emeralds, but they're pretty rare and you only get a handful out of those as well. So anyway, we are going to go down from where we are right now towards maybe this one over here, which is actually in the opposite direction. And I'll catch up with you guys once we get there. Oh, look at this. Okay. So I'm not sure if I've already checked this one out, but if you ever come across one of these wizard towers as well, these always have a guaranteed... let's just get out of this guy. These always have a guaranteed block of emeralds in them. And it looks like I've already gone through this one. Let's just turn on the night vision here. I'll just have a quick double check. But yeah, these usually do have a single block of emerald in them. So it's pretty cool. Just to come in real quick, there's a block of diamond as well if you need diamonds. And I think this one, here we go. Okay, so I haven't looted this yet. That's kind of interesting. Get over you. Yeah, so if you ever see one of these wizard towers, you can come into these and grab the block of emeralds out of these as well. So, I mean, a block of emeralds is going to give you 9 regular emeralds. It's it's not exactly a ton of them, but every little bit helps because they are fairly rare. This is cool. Let's get rid of these guys, maybe. I might get lucky and get a drop off these. Creature part. Why are there so many of these? Okay, I don't think they dropped anything for me though, did they? Oh, they're spawning. They're spawning from these, I think. It's interesting. Oh well, let's just kill these guys. I think they're just going to spawn continuously here, so I mean it would be a good opportunity to farm them if you needed the creature parts and whatnot, but we're probably pretty good for that sort of thing. I just soak up the XP though, because I am going to need a ton of XP for enchanting. Anyway, I'm going to keep pushing on, and hopefully we can find this underground dragon lair. Okay, I think it's around here somewhere. So one way, sometimes people wonder how you find these underground dragon lairs. Well, for the regular fire dragons, it's pretty easy. I usually spot them by flying around and looking at the sea level, the flat sea level areas, and you'll often see a circular black area just like this over here. And if you see it encrusted with emeralds, you know straight away that it's going to be an underground dragon lair. So let's just dismiss Greenie, and this one, it's going to be interesting because it's got water around it. But yeah, basically this is a big circular spherical ball of I don't know what this stuff is, charred cobblestone, and in the center of this there's usually a level 4 level 5 dragon sleeping in there. So yeah, but we're not going to be fighting the dragon. Hopefully we can leave it down there asleep while we steal all the emeralds from this place. So I brought along my mega pickaxe here, the crystal hammer, and this is what I find is the quickest way to get emeralds. So with this thing, basically use the vein mining type abilities this thing has, which are pretty crazy, and you can just like get rid of all of the charred cobblestone. And I'm gonna try not to break through the roof here. Yeah, this is kind of an inconvenient one because of all the water, to be honest. Whoa, lot of lag. Okay, that'll probably do. Let's get rid of this little bit here. Alright, so I've brought along my Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe here, and hopefully this is going to give us a ton of emeralds. We break all of these. So that's one downside of the crystal hammer, the Lycanite's equipment, is you can't actually put any enchantments on it, so it just comes with the abilities that are included with the creature parts that you use. I really wish that they had some creature parts that had like the fortune equivalent for mining and stuff like that, like abilities that give you more gems, stuff like that. One of the things in the update that's coming is they are introducing a few more creature parts, so it's going to be interesting to see what they bring in, because there was definitely a lack of variety when it came to creature parts. One thing that I would really like to see is a Lycanite's equipment bow, because there's no bows that you can make at the moment with the Lycanite's creature parts. I think that would be pretty cool. It's kind of weird actually that they didn't think to include a bow, but maybe they found it some technical difficulties or something. Not too sure. Hopefully I can get across to this. How many have we got so far? Let's get rid of some of this. 49. So it's taking a little bit longer than I thought. but we've nearly got a full stack. There's a bunch here that I've still got to harvest, but it's a little bit difficult with the rushing water. Alright, we need a few more emeralds. There's some right there. Should I grab these diamonds? I guess I probably should. Here we go. Oh no! Oh crap! Oh, there's so many mobs down here. Weirdly enough, there's no dragon in this one. That's interesting. Theoretically, they should always have a dragon in them unless the dragon's broken out. But I think there was a bug where sometimes the dragons were despawning in this current version of RLCraft. But this is actually going to make it a little bit easier to get some emeralds. If we pick these ones out of the floor here. Oh my god. Dude! Wow. So many grooves! I should probably have this in my offhand just to be on the safe side. Because if I die, it's going to respawn me, theoretically. What is biting me right now? Bloody hell, man. Because this is actually pitch dark in here. See? So that's why there's so many. I probably shouldn't have attacked the Enderman, never mind. Let's just grab a few of these emeralds right here. I should have pretty much 2 stacks now, almost. So we might actually, let's just grab this last one here. Oh crap. Rapier. Yeah, we'll head back. We'll head back to base. Where did I even, I must have come through here, right? Let's just go back up here. Alright, you know what, before we head straight back, what I want to do is I want to get maybe a little bit more XP. So we're going to call in, Greenie again, and we're going to go looking for some battle towers. So I found this really weird looking underwater building here. I think this is one of the new ones that they brought in the last patch. But it looks kind of interesting. Let's go down and see what we can find in this. Just have a quick explore. If I can get in. I think this is the entrance right here. Wow. A lot of glowstone going on. We've got some enchantment tables as well. We got loot. This is the question. I might take their paper because that's always good for trading with villagers. Okay, we've got crafting runes in these as well. That's interesting. I'm still looking for the chest of the golem armor. So if we could find that in one of these, that would be pretty awesome. I could make a complete set then. Depth strider. I mean, I suppose I could take some of those enchantment books and feed them to my gold bookworm. But, I'm not really that desperate. I get so many enchantment books from fishing that, a couple of extra ones is neither here nor there. Let's have a look in here. Interesting. This is like a little observatory up here. Pretty cool underwater building. We've got a chest right here as well. So yeah, these would be kind of cool to come in if you're looking for runes and stuff, I guess. It's another one right there. Subject English. So subject English gives you additional damage on mobs that are smarter. Interesting. Maybe I'll take that and have a think about that one. But I'm also going to just check the runes that we got in my rune reader. See if they're worth. Shock Talisman converts fall damage into an explosion. That's pretty interesting. I don't think I've got that one yet. Shock Gem and Water Talisman creates a water block. I might already have that one. I'm not 100% sure though. Oh, I probably should have put this. I probably should have put this back in there. Let's just do that real quick. Alright, let's keep going. I might as well crack open this enchanting here. And we'll go see if we can find some more battle towers for XP. Alright, okay, here's a battle tower, so that's pretty convenient. Hopefully we've got a tower guardian up here. Yep. So there's actually a new strat that I've got on these guys. You may remember with this current version of RLCraft, they actually disabled the ability to lift these guys up, to pick them up with stuff like a rock mount or a Quetzalcoatl mount or a Raikou mount. And then what I used to do early on is pick these guys up with the mount and just chuck them over the side and then loot the tower without having to worry about them. But since they've made it so you can't pick them up, I've actually found a new strat to deal with these guys, and it involves, let's see here, it involves using a hammer. So I have my my hammer here. I'm just going to jump up here, just get rid of these guys real quick. These guys are annoying. Go away, you. Alright, I think that's all of them. Let's just jump down here real quick. Make sure I'm over the top. And I'll dismiss Greenie. So yeah, basically what you do is you get a hammer. So in this case I'm using my Lycanite's hammer. And just try and knock him over the edge with a knockback, because the hammers have knockback on them. I'm lagging a bit right now, but there we go. And hopefully you can do it without killing them. He's up against the wall there, so come over this way a little bit, buddy. Alright, there you go. So he's going to fall down there and splash around to his heart's content. Meanwhile, you can actually go through and loot everything that you want to loot out of these. So we'll take the XP potion. We might as well take that as well. Make sure I'm not picking up too much junk here. And that way he doesn't explode everything and make it just super annoying to loot. I kind of want to pick up that diamond there. Okay, can you go away? Hate these guys so much. Is there another one? I think that's it. Alright. So let's just check the these couple of levels. There's some emeralds there, which is pretty cool. Get out of it, you. Check this one. So as you go down, they obviously have worse loot. Sorry, I think we've probably got the main stuff that we want there. Let's just call Greenie back again. Alrighty. So yeah, we got a bunch of XP out of that, bottles of XP. And we even got some emeralds, which is always pretty nice. Alright, let's just keep looking around, see if we can get some more XP. I might actually use the ender pearls and the books that I've got to make myself some XP tomes to store it in. We'll see if we can find some more battle towers or places where we can get a bunch of XP. So we have enough to do all the enchants we want to do. See what's over in this direction. Looks like we got a dragon down there. What the heck? What the heck is that? Oh my goodness. Look. What the hell is going on with that mushroom? That is the that is like the biggest mushroom I have ever seen. Why has it generated like that? That is really weird. That is really weird. I've got no idea. That is really weird. Look at the size of that thing. Oh my goodness. What a find. What a find. The world's largest mushroom. That's crazy. That is super crazy. We gotta land on that thing. Just find the right. see if I can drop on this thing. Wish I was flying the rock. I think it's right below me. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That is a crazy mushroom right there. Look at the size of it. I've never seen a mushroom this big. It's gotta be a glitch in generation. Something to do probably with that little sky island up there. But that's pretty insane. Let's call in Angus. See if we can get a look at that. Let's see what this is up here. This looks kind of interesting. Oh, it's just a little mini floating island. There might be a little chest up there or something, but I'd say it's somehow it's I don't know if that's the cause of it, but something's definitely glitched out with the generation of that mushroom, that's for sure. Anyway, I don't think we've ever actually gone into one of these floating castles before. We might as well have a quick check of this to see what's going on with these things. Let's just get rid of Angus. There we go. Okay, we got a little farm happening here. Let's... Whoa. Okay. Interesting. There's a spawner down there. Let's get rid of this. A couple of blocks. It'd be pretty cool if there was emeralds in these, but oh, that's a little bit of a trap there, I think. Tried to suffocate me. Switch to this. Get myself some blocks to block jump out of here. See what's through here. Okay, we've got another spawner over here. Interesting. I probably should be farming these. Oh, okay, there's some sneaky gold ore over there as well. I probably should be farming these for XP, actually. Let's just try and get a little bit of XP out of these. We'll see what's going on up here though. I want to explore this place a little bit first. So yeah, it's like a mini castle. I like the fact that you can actually go out on the battlements here and go in the towers and stuff. That's pretty cool. Okay, is this the one I went in? Oh, that's the entrance there. So then we've got this area back here. This is just going to have some more spawners right here. Pretty cool. Alright. So the four corners have spawners in them. Let's see what's in this big area here. Can get up the stairs. Okay, so it's just a big room basically. And then you've got the tower here, which is weirdly made out of sand. Pretty awesome though, I like it. It's pretty cool. Alright guys, I am going to be farming a little bit more XP. And then we're going to be heading back to base to actually do some enchanting and crafting of my epic sword. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Okay, we are back at base, guys, and I have organized my inventory. I've also put all of the XP that I earned into XP tomes so we can break that down and use it in the most efficient way when we're enchanting. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot of XP here. I think we're going to have enough, and we'll probably have enough left over to level up some of our skills as well here, because I know my combat skills could probably use some upgrades also to increase the amount of damage that we do once we actually make our new sword. There's our hut dust down there. That's interesting. But anyway, we want to go down and buy the, I think there was only a couple more enchantments that we needed. Just remind myself. Arc slash. Let's have a look here. What did I need? Was it Telltest? That's right. I think we needed Supreme Sharpness was a fairly important one that we needed, which is this guy over here. That one there for 40. So put that in there. And there was another one as well that I needed, which was subject P5, I think. So this was the 64 one, the expensive one, unfortunately. While I'm here, I was thinking of maybe taking a look at Supreme Flame for my bow, if we've got enough to actually get that. We'll work on a new set of armor soonish, but not right now. This one here, 34. Okay. I think we have some more emeralds that I put away up here. Supreme Flame, I think there's just one level of that. Because it's the highest level of flame. So let's have a look here. Supreme Flame. We'll grab that, because why not, alright? Alright, I think that's everything. Let's grab that. Alright, let's finally get around to making this weapon. So we are going to need a bunch of dragon bone stuff. We are going to make a fire weapon. So we'll grab one of those. Now, you can make an ice weapon or a fire weapon here. Both of these will buff the straight base damage of a dragon bone sword. But I've decided to go with the fire one because it adds a damage over time effect to anything that you don't straight up one shot with the sword. So for really big bosses or dragons and stuff like that, I guess it might be good to have that damage over time. All the ice effect does is it kind of encases them in ice and slows them down a little bit. It can make flying enemies fall to the ground and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be better just to have straight damage over time with the fire effect. We can always change it around later if we want to as well. We're going to need a bunch of bones here as well. That's way too many, but anyway. All right. So first up, we are going to make ourselves the base weapon. So if we look at the dragon bone weapons and what we can actually make with this, there's a whole bunch of different weapons, which I've talked about before. You can even make a dragon bone nunchucks, which is interesting. Unfortunately, there's not a fire or a ice version of the nunchucks, but for most other things there is. Like there's even a shovel and stuff like that. But really it came down to 3 or maybe even 4 different weapons for me to try to decide which one I want. And one of those is the Rapier. So what this does is it does plus 200% base damage when the foe has no armor. It also absorbs some damage and the damage deals durability to the weapon, right? So if we look at the straight up Dragon Bone Rapier, it does 4.5 attack damage. So say you're hitting something like a dragon with no armor, you're gonna be basically tripling that number and getting 13.5 damage. Then if you look at something like let's have a look here. One of the other weapons that I was looking at making here, Dragon Bone Greatsword. So if you look at this, right, this does 14 attack damage. So already, it's going to be higher damage for every single hit that you do with this compared to the Rapier, even if the Rapier's got that extra bonus damage of 13.5 total. It has a much slower attack speed, but hopefully, you could negate that with stuff like some of the enchantments that you would put on it. Plus, it has the reach ability, which increases range, and wide attack, which basically does 100% of damage to all targets in the sweep range, which is pretty awesome. So one of the other options as well that's quite popular with a lot of people who use this mod pack is, where is it? The Sabre, right? So what the Sabre does is 100% base damage if the foe has no chest armor. So you're basically doubling your damage. In this case, it would end up being 13. So just below the Rapier if the enemy had no armor. Plus this also absorbs damage 25%, which is pretty decent, in durability to the weapon. So this is also a pretty popular choice with a lot of people, and definitely one I was considering. And then this one here, the Halberd, this is probably the highest damage option. As you can see, 16.5 attack damage, and it also has the benefits of breaching any foe's shields. So if you're doing like a roguelike dungeon where there are a lot of zombies with shields and stuff like that, it also has increased melee damage range. So this is actually pretty good, and the highest potential damage of a weapon. But I don't actually like the way this looks, and that's the only reason I'm going with something else. Otherwise, this would have probably been the highest damage potential. And what I'm going to go with is what we looked at before, which is the Greatsword. So I think this is just going to be the best all-round option for having a single weapon that I'm going to be using for killing stuff. So this is what we're going to make right here. So to make this, I'm going to need to make the handle. Let's just grab, I think we need string. Definitely got string here somewhere, if I can remember. There we go. Just put away those emeralds. And we'll make ourselves, where is it? This one here. We'll make ourselves the handle. Put away that. Put away that. And what else do we need? I think we've got everything else we need. It's just basically dragon bones. So there's our great sword. Pretty sweet. So we got the pokey quality on this. Now you want to upgrade this with the either the dragon, the fire or the ice dragon blood, before you start trying to get a higher quality on it, because it resets the quality basically. So I think we do this. That gives us the flame dragon bow greatsword, and you can see it's changed the quality. This is actually just the straight, no special qualities version of it. But then if we want to re-roll this, we can just put it in our reforging station here with some dragon bones. And you want to get yourself a legendary. So I'll probably take a few dragon bone stacks here if we're not lucky. Graceful. There it is, legendary. So legendary gives us the main things it gives us are plus 10% attack speed, plus 15% attack damage, and plus 0.5 reach distance, which is pretty awesome. And we can put away the rest of those dragon bones. Actually, I think that's for my regular scales and whatnot. It's the chest for the dragon bones. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but as you can see, I've changed all of these double chests over to these crates. So I've got double the capacity now of storage, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so this is going to be our base weapon that we're going to enchant. And as you can see, it's got 17 attack damage just straight up like that. So as far as the enchantments go, let's come over here. And I'm going to get myself a bunch of XP tomes. I'll have more than enough for what we want here. And then some, I would say. And we've even got some bottles of Enchanting as well. Grab that. Okay. Now, before we do anything else, I actually want to upgrade my switch bow a little bit here. Because otherwise I'll probably forget to ever do it. So what I wanted to put on this was the Supreme Flame and the Arrow Piercing 3, because it has on it already Arrow Piercing 3, so that should combine to make it Arrow Piercing 4. One thing I might have to put on this is an upgraded potentials, because I think it's already got I mean, look how many enchantments this thing's got on it already. 9 enchantments, it's pretty crazy. So you see it's saying too expensive already. So if we put on the upgraded potentials, what that does is it resets the number of anvil uses. So then you can start putting them back on again. So we're going to put on here, actually, you know, probably the best way to do this would be to, let's just check it's going to go on. Yeah, it is going to definitely go on. So Supreme Flame and Arrow Piercing 3, and then if we combine that in there, that should give us the top level Arrow Piercing 4 and Supreme Flame for 21 XP here. Nice. So that's a really nice bow now. It's pretty awesome actually. Cool. Let's get some more XP happening here. Alright, so as far as our actual sword enchants go, let's put our Spark of Darkness away for now. We'll put it over here. Okay, it's gonna stick out. That's kind of dangerous, but never mind. And we'll put that. It's got all of our XP tomes in it. Put that right there. So, first thing we're gonna do is put on the most expensive one, which is Supreme Sharpness. So that's 1 anvil usage on the sword right there. And then we're going to have, let's see here. We're going to combine some books up here. So I'm actually going to need to make a few basic swords. Maybe make 1 extra. So before we put the other enchants on, let's just combine some of these to the max level. So we've got Swifter Slashes, and Swifter Slashes goes up to level 5. So we've got 3 and 3 is 4, and then combining these will give us the 5. Let's get some more XP. Okay, so we have both of these, and then we want to combine those. Let's see how much this is going to cost. 22. All right, so that's our top level of Swifter Slashes, but that's got like, what is it? 3 anvil uses, 2 or 3 anvil uses on it right now. So we actually want to reset this, and the way to do that is basically going to be for us to put this onto just a whatever weapon like this, and then we want to disenchant this. So that what this does is it resets the number of anvil uses back to none at the moment. And that's going to make it cheaper to put it on the sword eventually. So we can fit more stuff on our greatsword, basically. So now we've got Swifter Slashes. We've got Subject P5. And we also want to put our Mortalitas on that. So for Mortalitas, we're going to have to combine these 4 books. So we're going to do that in a similar fashion. You can see that this is quite an expensive enchantment, actually. So this by itself is 34, which is pretty crazy. So we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to put this onto a junk sword. Now, when it comes to Mortalitas, the reason I've chosen this one, what this enchantment does, for each death you get with a weapon enchanted with this enchantment, it gives the killer extra damage. However, if you get killed while you're using this weapon, then it reduces your damage by a small amount. So in the case of Mortalitas 8, which is the top level, for every 20 kills, you actually gain 1 point of damage. So it'll take a long time, like thousands of kills, but eventually it's going to give the greatsword, it's going to level up the sword till it's doing more and more damage. That's the idea of it. If I were to use, where is it? Difficulties Endowment. The top level of this it would actually produce a sword that does a lot more damage straight off the bat than if I were to use Mortalitas 8. But I think in the long run, Mortalitas 8 is going to be better once the sword's leveled up. These are not compatible with each other, unfortunately. The Difficulties Endowment and Mortalitas. Also critical Critical Strike, I think it's called, and a few others you can't use. Dark Shadows you can't use with this. Mortalitas either, so it's kind of mutually exclusive in that way. Anyway, basically we have our Mortalitas 8. Now we need to put that onto... Did I already do this? I've got 3 swords left. I wasn't paying attention. I can't remember if I did or not. Let's just be on the safe side here. And put it onto a sword. And then take it off again. Yeah, that looks right. Cool. Okay, so we've got our max level Mortalitas. Now, what else have we got here? We've got to combine our advanced looting books here as well. And the max level is 3. Cool, so that's our advanced looting ready to go. It's quite an involved process, this. And then we have our rune piercing capabilities. So I think the max level on this is 4, so we just need to combine these two essentially. Cool. And the rest of these should be all good and ready to go. I'm just hoping I'm not forgetting any. Let's just grab some more XP out of this. Alright, so we've already got our Supreme Sharpness on this, and what I want to do is combine some of these books up now. I might put Mortalitas 8 straight on this as well, because it's a super expensive enchantment. I don't think I'm going to be able to combine it with other books and still be able to put it on. Alright, so we've got Supreme Sharpness 5, Mortalitas 8. It's pretty crazy good. Alright. So now we're going to combine some of the other ones up. Swifter Slash is also quite expensive. We might wait on that one. We'll do stuff like... let's have a look here. These curses, we'll probably combine these up. They're pretty cheap. And maybe that. Let's see, education. Groovy. Oh, I meant to combine that. I meant to combine that with the Atomic Deconstructor first. Oh well. Let's do Arc Slash and Education. Looks like it's a pretty cheap one. Swifter Slashes, I think, is expensive. Where is it? Swifter Slashes. Lifesteal. We'll combine those. And then we've got Subject PE. These ones. Advanced Looting. Advanced Mending, Unbreaking. There goes our first anvil. And we might be able to combine these two. Alright. I think that's pretty much everything. I might actually grab a little bit more XP. Okay, let's put these on the sword. So, when it comes to using, where is it? Upgraded potentials. I've seen people put that on as their first enchantment, thinking it's going to make everything cheaper afterwards. That's not exactly how it works. How it works is it actually resets the number of anvil uses on the item at the time you add it to the item back to what it was originally. 0, in other words. So you actually want to put it on if you're planning on putting on tons of enchantments, you want to wait till this gets too expensive to enchant further and then put it on. Or put it on about halfway through the enchantments, the number of enchantments that you're putting on it. Definitely don't put it on at the start because you'd just be wasting it. All right, so let's have a look here. I want to see what sort of... That's too expensive already. This one we can do for 35. That one's 30 right there. So the 35 one we'll probably do. Which is this one. And then I wonder if we can put this one on as well. That's 34. Okay, that's going to work out nicely actually. I think it was this one, 34. All right, that leaves us with this one, and that's it, pretty much. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to put the upgraded potentials on here for 10. And it's probably not going to let us put this on because this has got 2 high-level enchantments on it. Swifter Slashes and Arc Slash together is just too much. It must be more than the total of 40 levels. So we're just going to actually take off one of these like that. So obviously this is not the most efficient way to do it, but it's going to get the job done. That one there, and then this one, 23. Cool. I think that's all of the enchantments that I wanted to get on this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, 14 different enchantments is pretty crazy on one sword. So what we've got is Supreme Sharpness 5, which obviously gives us that extra damage. We've got Mortalitas 8, which we've talked about, that gives basically levels up the sword every time you get a kill. It adds a little bit of damage. We've got Subject PE 5. Now that's an interesting one. What that one does is it has a chance to apply a potion effect to your character, essentially, which could be something like speed, it could be regeneration, all that sort of stuff. So it could be super useful. Advanced Looting 3, obviously, is going to give us more drops when we kill stuff with it. Advanced Mending is going to use XP to repair the sword. Unbreaking 3 is going to make it take less durability damage. Atomic Deconstructor 2, this gives it a chance to instantly kill anything that you hit, no matter how much health they have, so it's pretty crazy. It's a very low chance, but pretty good. Curse of Possession makes it so that any of the sticky mobs that attackers can't grab the sword out of our hands. It basically always stays in our inventory, which is going to be super great, because pretty much these Lycanite's weapons I've been using, that's one of the downsides with these, is they do get grabbed out of your hands from those sticky mobs, and then you have to pick them back up off the ground. It's kind of annoying. Piercing capabilities, so what that does is it basically penetrates more than one mob at once. Upgraded potentials, which we talked about too. Lifesteal 4 is going to give us health back based on the amount of damage that we do. So an alternative to that, which is not compatible with it, is Vampirism, but I think Lifesteal is slightly better than that. Vampirism is more of a chance to steal life, whereas this one is basically every hit. Arc Slash, what that does is it just basically, if we have a look here, Arc Slash, what this does is it variant of Sweeping Edge that doesn't rely on the attack cooldown to be able to cleave, which is pretty cool. So if we look at Sweeping Edge and what that does, Sweeping Edge increases the damage of sweeping attacks. So sweeping is something that you're going to be doing a lot of with the Greatsword. And the other one we've got is Education. So that gives us more XP from kills, and Swifter Slashes 5. So just to demonstrate to you guys the difference here between let's just make another one super quickly. So this is without obviously any enchantments, right? But check out that sort of check out how slow that attack speed is right there. Especially if I'm holding something. Let's say I was holding this in my offhand, or a shield. You can see how slow that is. And I do have, it's worth mentioning that I do have this, which basically means I'm immune to minus fatigue, but you can still see it's pretty slow between slashes, and the actual attack speed is 1.4 on this. But with this enchantment, it's pretty much instant. It's pretty crazy. So that's the reason that I've got Swifter Slashes 5 on this. It's gonna basically be as quick as a Rapier. So that is our ultimate Greatsword. Legendary Enchanted Greatsword. Now, I probably want to name this as well, but I'm not quite sure what I want to name it at this point. I'll have to come up with a name. If any of you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments, but I'm not really sure what a good name would be for it. Okay, so we are going to test this out. We might actually test it out in the next episode. And the other thing that I want to do, which we might as well do right now, is I also want to level up my, my skills. So if we go into our combat skills and do the melee damage to start with. So we need 41 to level that up to the next level. Increase, done. And then for the next level, we need 43. Let's just get some more here. Not sure what this will go up to maximum, but we're going to push it as far as we can. 47. Probably going to go up to 10, right? Or 8 or something like that. 51. See what the next level is. 53. We're super close to leveling this to the max. Actually, that might be the max. Yeah, that's the max. See how it's got the fancy shape now? So that gives us plus 10% per level. Current level 10. So we've got 100% extra attack damage on this thing. I also want to level up the crits. Grab some more XP here. I wonder if I should also level up the archery. That's the archery speed. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Arrow speed. Yeah, we'll just do the crits first on this one. 29 for that. Uh, 41. Okay, that's maxed out as well. So we got maxed out random crits, 5% per level. We're at level 5, which is pretty cool. That's going to give us potentially a lot more damage. And then we'll just chuck the rest into... I think all my defensive stuff is already pretty much as high as I can level it. Iron skin, we can't go higher than that. And shield proficiency, I'm not really using shields at the moment. So let's just put the rest into... So that's draw speed. I might put some into this arrow speed. Uh, 37. Nice. All right. Increase that. So we've maxed out our melee damage, random crits, arrow speed, and draw speed, which is pretty awesome. Iron skin's maxed out for the settings in Modpack right now where it was nerfed, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. We have a really, really good bow. Our sword is pretty epic as well. And we're going to try this out in the next episode. So that's where we're going to leave this one, guys, for the time being. Hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Hardcore RLCraft. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Slippy Jim out.